Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel if you have been here before. So my name's Beth and I'm a seamstress, but I also like to knit and crochet and just make all that kind of content here and on Instagram. So today is just the start of another 2-week making vlog. It's actually Tuesday. I normally start these on Sunday, but yeah, here we are. Just finished work for the day. It's already pitch black as per usual, but I just thought I'd quickly sort of show you where we're starting off. Also, like, don't mind this spot. She is right there. But anyway, I also managed to cut my finger at work, so hence the plaster. Anyway, my current whip is this bad boy. So I am making some content for hobby. So this yarn was sent to me for free. This is the upcycled alpaca silk, obviously in multiple different colors, and I am basically making like a sleeves bolero thing. It's all 2x2 rib. Obviously it's striped, so yeah, that's what it looks like when obviously I will block this hopefully out a bit more. But yeah, this is what I'm currently working on. I am also still working on my boyfriend's jumper for Christmas, so we do really need to make some progress on that. And I do need to also finish up sewing all of the bags and pouches etc for the shop launch. So yeah, that will be coming later in the week. But this evening, I mean, I'm literally about to jump in the shower, and then yeah, I'll probably just be knitting on this tonight. I feel like there isn't too much to say about this currently. So essentially I need to finish this sleeve, obviously knit the other sleeve, and then need to figure out what I'm doing as the border. I'm thinking maybe of doing like a, what's it called, like a double knit, like almost like a double knit button band, but like literally coming the whole way around the neckline across here. Obviously I can't really put this on right now because I do have a jumper on. But yeah, she is going to be like an extreme crop at the back. So yeah, it's going to kind of be like this. So yeah, I will check back in with you probably later in the week and let you know what's going on. So it's Wednesday night and I haven't got too much to update on. I worked on this a little bit more last night and then a little bit on my lunch break today. I feel like I'm making good progress, but then I also feel like really stressed out that I'm not working on my boyfriend's Christmas thing. So I've decided we're just going to try power through tonight and tomorrow night. We're going to power through on this. I feel like the end of this sleeve is in sight, not like really close in sight, but I don't know if you're going to be able to really tell. Okay, so I worked out that I think this full sleeve needs to be like 3 or 4 repeats of like the 3 big stripes. So I'm over halfway, just over halfway. So I feel like power through tonight, power through tomorrow night. I'm off Friday. Friday we're gonna sew. Then later Friday night I'm going to my boyfriend's. You do not need to know this whole in-depth plan of my week. But then basically Saturday at cinema, come back, maybe sew, maybe work on this. Sunday meeting a friend. But the aim of the game is, fingers crossed, touch wood, aim to get this finished by the end of the weekend, or at least very nearly, so that once this is done it can block and then we can go back to the boyfriend's thing and focus more on the sewing, because obviously this is for content and I don't actually need to make a finished garment, but I wanted to feature this in the video. So this is 100% my own doing, but I just feel like it's so cool and I feel like I'm so far along now that like why stop. But yeah, so this is how it's looking like. I really love this colour scheme. I feel like I've said it before. I did actually start doing, where is the end of row? I did start doing joggler stripes and then I just stopped, because when this is stretched, because the end and start of row is between a knit and purl, I actually don't think that it is painfully visible. Like I think it is, you can see it a little bit, but I think only someone that knits would notice that, and it's right under my arm, so I'm really not too bothered. And I honestly don't feel like the joggler stripe thing looked great. Like I don't know if you can see here, these were actually joggler stripes, but I think because it's a mix of a knit and then a purl stitch, I think it just worked out a little bit weird. But yeah, you can see it, obviously, I don't know how to hold this. You can see it when it's like this, but then I think when it's been blocked a little bit, it won't be so bad. So yeah, this is a plan for this evening. I will probably just be watching some like knitting YouTube, honestly, but the reason I actually want to update is because I have a fun delivery. So this is actually my yarn advent calendar. So I have never spent much on an advent calendar before. We just normally get like the dairy milk, like the plain chocolate ones, which I'm gonna have one still, which are like a couple of £2. But I ordered this. I really wanted to treat myself this year. Yeah, like I said, I've never really done like a big advent calendar. And earlier this year, Onling actually sent me some of their wool to try for free. And I really liked it. And I've been looking at using some of their other bases, but I am on a self-inflicted yarn buying ban, and I honestly really don't have much urge to buy more yarn because I feel like I have a good quantity in stash. I have a good quantity of sweater quantities or like garment quantities, but I also have a good quantity of like socks, smaller things, leftovers. So there's really nothing that I actually needed, and I was looking at a lot of like hand dyed ones, but I don't know, this one I think just stood out to me. So basically, let me open this up. It is taking every ounce of like, what's the word, self-restraint to not look inside these bags, honestly. So essentially, oh my god, it's like 4 projects. I think these are actually sold out, so I don't actually think you can order them now. So I'm really sorry if you did want one. But basically what it is there's 4 projects. So there's going to be a pattern for mittens, a scarf or like a shawl thing, a hat and socks. And so you open it like 4 weeks up until Christmas. So every Sunday, I think it works out to like from the 1st of December and then so on. And yeah, every week you like open one of the bags, and then it's got obviously the yarn inside, and I'm assuming that the pattern is in here and something crinkly as well. But what I actually really liked about this advent calendar in particular was that although the patterns are a surprise, you know what you're going to be making, and you could pick the colours that you wanted for each yarn. So you could pick like for the hat, if you wanted to do that a certain colour, and then the gloves and the socks and whatever, you can pick within their bases what you actually want to make them in. So the colours aren't so much a surprise, but the patterns will be. But my thought process is like, realistically, if you don't love the pattern, I can just use the yarn, and I know it will be enough for a certain project. Whereas like obviously I would still love in the future to do like a hand dyed one, but I think they scare me a little bit more because you don't know what you're gonna get. I would have loved to have done the typical Bliss ones, but she's in Canada unfortunately, and I don't think she's doing one this year, but the ones last year looked great. But I liked that because there was like a theme, so you kind of had an idea. But yeah, anyway, I've been really boring. I don't know if I should tell you this now or when I open them, but basically I've been really boring, and I never knit in black. I also, because I don't knit in black, I don't own any black knitwear, but I wear so much black, like, and black just goes with everything. So what I've done is I've gone black for the hat, the scarf, the gloves, and then for the socks it's like a dark neutrally like tanny brown kind of colour. Obviously I'm not going to open them to show you, but I'll probably open them in the vlogs actually. I feel like that would be quite fun. But yeah, so like each project is a different yarn base, so like I like the idea that I could try multiple of their yarn bases, and then, you know, worst comes to worst, if I don't like the patterns, it's just black. And I know that I'll be able to, like, say with the mittens, I know I have a mitten quantity, so I can just design my own pattern. And then yeah, I feel like black was missing, and I would like to make a black garment at some point, or maybe multiple, but we are not buying garment quantities as of right now. I probably won't be buying any more yarn until the new year, because I really have a lot, and I feel like my knitting has slowed down in the last month or so because I've been sewing more, because I've been gift knitting, and yeah, there's no way I'll make it through my stash by the end of the year. So yeah, this is now just looking at me like I just want to open it so bad, but I will be annoyed if I cave, so I'm not going to do that. But yeah, just wanted to show that off. And yeah, let me know if anyone else gets yarn or like knitting themed advent calendars, or just like more expensive ones in general, because I know there's a lot of like makeup and like beauty ones, but I'm not really into, I don't wear a lot of makeup, but I feel like it's still interesting to see what people are getting. I feel like it's just like an early Christmas gift for yourself. So yeah, I'm just gonna sit and knit this evening, hopefully try and power through, and then yeah, maybe check back in with you tomorrow or the day after. So it's Thursday and low-key is pretty late. It's like 1 minute past 11, so we're not going to speak too loudly because I don't want to bother my family, but just thought I'd quickly show you. I have just been making a new set of nails. I lost my thumb, so I just thought I would make a new set. These did sort of start off as meant to be like tortoiseshell. They definitely don't look like that, but I think they still look pretty cool. And then yeah, just the red like thumbs and then like ring finger, I guess. So I'm actually not going to put these on tonight. I'm going to put them on tomorrow because I'm having an everything shower in the morning, hence we are slicked back. But I thought I'd also quickly show you, I have nearly finished a whole sleeve on this guy. So yeah, literally I think I've only got like maybe another one of these bands to go, and then maybe one more. I'm gonna try it on and see how it fits. But I also have like my boyfriend's jumpers out, but I'm off work tomorrow. I'm hoping to do some more sewing and then see where we get to over the weekend. But yeah, I was just pretty excited by these nails. I have these little like cherub stickers. I don't even know if they're gonna, yeah, you can kind of see that. Sorry, they're so shiny because this top coat. And then I've just added all these little beads are like individual. So yeah, they're gonna go on tomorrow. I feel like they also do kind of match. No, maybe not. Just in my head they matched. But anyway, I'll probably check back in with you tomorrow when we get to some more of the sewing. So good morning. It's, what does it say? Today's Friday. I have been trying to film, but they're drilling in the street outside. So anyway, this morning I have just put my new nails on. This is just what they look like. Although I'm a bit annoyed that the backs are yellow, it's because I did like a base of yellow on these ones. So this is a bit of a jump scare, but they look cute from the front. But anyway, I got up, everything showered, I have gel in my hair. Yeah, nails on, everything showered, and I've basically just cleared my room and then made it messy again. So I've gotten out everything from the drawer that I put away that I wasn't able to finish last week. So I've got out my big wad of all of my ironed fat quarters. Luckily they fit in the drawer, like almost laid completely flat, so we didn't get any creases. And then just the pile of the quilted pieces for the rest of the pouches. Yeah, if you missed the last video, this is what we were making, and there's like 3 of each size. So there's like a mini, which is like this size, so like a mini, a midi and a maxi, and I basically have 3 more colorways in each 3 of the sizes to make. So I have 9 to make in total. I just honestly ran out of time last week, like with everything, with like the pouches, and obviously it was actually my week off from work, so I did do like a couple of things that weren't sewing related. The only thing that I haven't done quilting wise is the blue and the yellow corduroy. I haven't quilted in the largest size because I was worried that I had cut the pieces too small, but I think actually the pieces were cut correctly, so I will need to quilt them. I just need to double check, make sure they actually are right. But yeah, I have all 3 of the sizes in the pink, so I'll probably just start with that. And all of this pen, by the way, is red friction pen, so it just irons off. So what I'll do once all of them are done is I'll probably just go over them with a steamer and just like heat off all of this pen. This is just the lines I was following with the quilting. If you missed that video, I was saying about how I would want to get a quilted, like an industrial quilting foot for my industrial sewing machine. So what it basically is, it's like a normal sewing machine foot with like a metal stick that like pokes out at an angle, and basically you can set it to the measurement that you want your increments to be, and then instead of having to like pre-grid everything, you just line it up with your like previous line of stitching, and it basically cuts out the need to do like all of this. But alas, we did not have that last week, so I'm gonna get started. One of the things as well that I was putting this off because of was I haven't allocated fabric to all of these as the linings, because obviously the fat quarters, some of them only have one piece, they're not all going to match, but I still want them to be cohesive. I know what I'm going to do for the blue. I have like a green gingham, and because there's going to be the pouches and there's a tote bag in this fabric, I wanted the pouches and the tote bag to match. I know that I definitely have enough of the green to do that. Same with like same with these. There's going to be a tote bag available in this print, and it's going to have the same lining as the pouches. The other tote bag that I am going to be doing is in a black denim, which is available in the needle cases. Oh my god, like I've already got fluff on me. But there wasn't enough to do the needle cases, the totes and the pouches, so there's no pouches for that, so that's fine. We can use like whatever lining fabric that doesn't have to match with anything, because the knitting needle cases and crochet hook cases and stuff, they all have calico lining on the inside. I'll see if I can like put a picture up on the screen because I honestly can't bother to get them out of the box now. But yeah, they're all going to be available as well. And last weekend I sort of told myself I was going to have like a bit of like a mental 2-week deadline. Whatever's done in 2 weeks is what will just be listed in the drop, and I'm not going to stress about it beyond that because I want them up in November in time for hopefully Christmas. I know we're cutting it a bit fine, but I feel like after Christmas in January is when people are less likely to spend money. It's always a bit of a like tight month, I think, especially because like I don't know if anyone else has this, but like I get paid early for Christmas, and I've had it in all of my jobs, and it really annoys me because it means that January is like a 5.5 week pay month. So it just means that you have to stretch the money even further. So I appreciate not a lot of people have the extra money to spend in January, so I would like to get them up in November, December, when maybe people have a little bit more disposable income, buying gifts for people, and yeah, or like if you get gifted like money or like whatever for Christmas, then yeah, that's like a ramble. But we're going to start allocating these fabrics for the pink and the yellow, and then yeah, hopefully just get going and start sewing. I was also worried last week that I was going to run out of thread, so I brought home like 2 like threads, like just normal, like not like industrial threads, just normal like 1,000 meter or whatever it is, and brought home 2, and I have one that's connected to like obviously the main bit of my sewing machine, and then I have another one constantly connected to a bobbin that's like winding as it's sewing. So I had 2, and I nearly sewed through both of them in literally like 4 or 5 days. So I didn't want to start sewing new things and then not having matching threads and stopping and starting, but luckily I found another 2 that are the same colour, so I brought them home, so we've got new thread. But I've only really got today, so I'm just gonna get going and I'll catch up with you in a bit. So I have just allocated and cut the fabrics for the lining for the last 3 of these pouches. So the pink corduroy is gonna have, I feel like the colours are coming up a bit weird. Basically, the pink is going to have these 3 different like green and pink fabrics. I would have loved if these were actually pink, but annoyingly, all of the fat quarters that I had that were in this pack, all of the basically the direction that the prints were going in meant I couldn't cut out two of the bigger pieces, so we had to go with this. But they're all, it's sort of like pink and green. And the yellow has these like purple ones with the flowers. I was gonna do blue, but I only had enough of the purple. Again, it's the big ones that keep catching me out, because sometimes I can't cut two from a single fat quarter. It really depends on the measurements. And then lastly, the blue corduroy is going to have this green gingham, which again, like I said, I'll probably line the matching tote bag in this fabric as well. I feel like these look really nice together, like contrasting. So yeah, I haven't quilted the big in the blue or the big in the yellow. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to sew the pinks up first and then quilt them and then get to these sizes. And then yeah. So it's later on now, it's about 5 o'clock. I think I last updated at around 12. I have finished sewing all of the ones that I had already quilted. There's only two that I haven't, which are the ones that weren't quilted, so the big blue and the big yellow. But I thought I'd quickly show you where we're at, what they're looking like, and yeah, sort of reassess what I'm gonna do until my plans later. So it's obviously already dark because it's 5 o'clock in the UK in November. So I'm sorry, we are using the ring light. So clearly I haven't ironed off any of the pen yet. I haven't cut any of the threads on any of the cases. But yeah, like I said, I thought I'd just quickly show you because some of them are different. So like I showed you earlier, the pinks all sort of have cohesive lining, but they're all different. So the little one has this print, and then the medium one looks like this. I think this one actually might be my favourite out of the pinks. I just think that the colours work really well. And then this is the big one. I haven't actually completely secured all of the linings yet because I want to use matching thread colours. But yeah, I was worried about how this was going to look, but I actually think it looks fine. So that is the three of those done, and they do all fit like inside each other, which is quite satisfying. So yeah, although they are different linings, I do think that they still look cohesive enough that it's fine. I mean, I feel like the insides are like not as important anyway, but yeah, so that's those. And then the blue ones is just with the green gingham. I feel like this actually, I really like this combination of like the colors and like the different sort of textures with the corduroy on the outside and then this like grid on the inside. I think that the green goes really nice with the blue. Yeah, there's not really too much to do left on these ones apart from like quite clearly sorting out all of the like odds and ends of threads and stuff, just because I didn't want to slow down while I was sewing. Like there's even some on the inside and they could probably all do with like a lint roll. The only thing is I didn't realize until I pulled this one inside out, I sewed this one like off center. So yeah, I don't know if you can see like on the top, like this is sort of maybe a little bit further forward than it should be. So I don't know whether I'm gonna keep this one for myself and remake it. I honestly don't know how much of the corduroy fabric I have left. I'm hoping because it's the smallest size I might get away with it in the scraps, but yeah, I'm not sure. So I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with this one yet, but we shall see. And yeah, again, they will just stack, which looks really cute. And then these are the yellow ones with the purple flowers on the inside. I feel like as well these ones will look so much nicer once the like pens ironed off, because I think they just look a little bit like scraggly at the minute. Well, I think they all do. But yeah, I think that like obviously purple and yellow is quite a nice color combination, so I think that these will definitely look a lot cuter when they're actually finalized. So this is everything I was able to sew. Like I said, it's about 5 o'clock now, so I've probably been, the thing is I haven't actually been doing this for 5 hours because I did stop for like some lunch and stuff. But yeah, I guess I can quickly also show you the other ones, because just in case you missed the last video. So there is a one-off of this in the minis, because I have a compact needle case made in this fabric and I only had enough left for this, but I am potentially thinking of making a mini and a midi and a maxi, so like the medium size and the big size, in another floral fabric, so that there's like a whole floral range, even if they're different florals. I don't know if that makes any sense, but yeah, she's just got like a plain lining on the inside. Then there's these, which I think I might have showed you earlier. I think these are my favorites out of all of them. I think I don't know, I just really love this fabric. There's also going to be a tote bag, so again we've got all the sizes, and I think I like as well that how like kind of sturdy these ones are. They all have the same wadding, but this fabric I think is just quite like sturdy anyway. Then we've got these fleece ones, which I did not wad because it was just far too thick. So these are a little bit flimsier, but again, we've got all of the sizes, and I feel like these little ones just look like little baby cows. I don't know why, but I again need to go through, cut the threads and sew up the linings. They're like this orange and pink houndstooth, like really small houndstooth, but again we need to secure that in matching thread colour. And I should say as well, the reason that these aren't cohesive and I don't always have fabrics that match is because they're all stash fabrics. So like these two were from my collection. This corduroy was something that I used in my first year of uni. This was also something I used in my first year of uni. They were like this was my first project, this was my second, and I just had excess. So yeah, I had excess in this one as well. The yellow corduroy I started using for uni, and then I moved to using the pink. So they're just sort of odds and ends of things that I've had from previous projects. Obviously if I do another drop of them in the future, they might be a little bit more sort of cohesive. But then the last ones are just these, which are going to be plain white. None of these are going to have the red pen, and then they've just got like these sort of like white linings with little florals. So yeah, this one I have ironed off the pen, but I haven't obviously picked off the threads, so that is what they'll actually look like. And then yeah, just with the lining. So we have got 6 different lots of 3, 6 different fabrics in 3 different sizes, and then obviously just this one off. I don't know whether I'll make something else to go with this one. I feel like the little ones, they're so cute, but they are really fiddly to sew, like more so than the other ones. So yeah, I don't mind making a midi and a maxi if I can find something that I think is actually suitable to call it like a range of 3. So I have got the fabric cut for these 2, for the bigger ones, which I need to quilt. And then yeah, probably onto the tote bags. To be honest, I feel like I want to get onto the tote bags, but I feel like I should just quilt them, because then I know that like peace of mind that these are actually all done, and then we can just get onto like essentially like beautifying them, right? Like snipping all the threads and like giving them all nice press and steam, and like pressing the seams and like popping the corners. But yeah, that is sort of roughly the range as of right now. Good evening guys, it's Monday today. So I didn't really update much over the weekend, partially because I was quite busy, and partially because they're doing roadworks literally right outside my window, and the drilling has just been like too loud to film over. So I am very nearly done on the bottom of the sleeve on this. I was definitely a bit delusional to think I would finish this whole thing over the weekend, but this evening I'm literally just going to try power through, finish this sleeve and start on the next one. Because it's a raglan, I only have to pick up under the arm, but yeah, I would like to get started on both sides. The only thing I'm worried about is running out of this particular colour, because it's the colour that's used the most across the whole piece. If I can untangle it enough to show you. Yeah, so basically it's the colour that no, that's upside down, hang on. It's the colour that I started with around the neck. So it's got the most stripes on the body. It's the only one that goes around under the arms. And obviously, because these are like longer rows, this is obviously taking quite a chunk. And then it's also the colour that both of the sleeves are gonna finish on. So I'm a little bit worried about the second sleeve, but I think it might be fine. I think I'm gonna have like just enough. So yeah, touch wood, we can get this done this week, because I really need to get back to my boyfriend's jumper. But obviously, because this is for specific content, I'm trying to get this one done first, because once the sleeves are done, I'm also going to need to do whatever I decide to do as like the border around the whole thing. I'm thinking of doing it double knit, and I would have liked to have done it in this colour as well, but that's definitely not going to be an option. I definitely won't have enough for that, so I need to figure out how I'm going to do the border on this, but that's not a problem for today. I also took in all of the like pouches and basically just steamed off all of the like red pen. So yeah, this is just like one of the pink ones, so it's just the stitching that remains. So they're all pretty much done. The only one I have to remake is the smallest size in the blue, just because it's annoying me, but because that one's so small, I don't think it would take me that long. And then yeah, hopefully this week I can make up the totes and maybe some of the other things, because after this weekend I don't really want to drag it out anymore. I do just sort of want to get to listing everything, otherwise I think it's going to be a bit too late maybe. But yeah, this evening we're just going to spend knitting. I really need to get on with this piece, so yeah, maybe I'll check in with you in like tomorrow or later on in the week, see where we get to. Just yeah, fingers crossed. It's just because this is on 3mm and it's all 2x2 ribs. It's actually quite a bit bigger than it looks, so I think that's just why it's taken me so long. But I'm not gonna dwell on it, we're just gonna knit. Okay, so good evening guys, it's Wednesday today. I feel like I haven't updated much for this vlog, but I might be wrong because I actually never remember like what I filmed. But I feel like I haven't been updating much because progress on this guy is like just really slow. Like I've literally been knitting on this every evening and every lunch break, and I just feel like I've hardly like gotten anywhere. So I've obviously finished the whole of this one sleeve and I'm just knitting on the second, but because this is on 3mm needles, and I feel like obviously because this is in 2x2, there's actually a lot of stitches per round, even on the sleeves. Like it's just really taken a while. So my hope is that I can get the sleeve finished by the end of this week. I think I might have said that, but yeah, I just haven't been updating much in the evenings because I literally like get home from work, have a hot shower and get into my pajamas because it's literally so cold here now. I think this morning it was like 0 degrees. So yeah, when I get home and take off all my makeup, I'm not usually like in the mood to then film, but I thought I should quickly update you just because yeah, this is still ongoing. This is my main whip currently, and then we really need to get back to the other jumper. I just feel like a broken record, but anyway, yeah, so that's what I'm going to be working on this evening. However, I have got a little addiction to Vinted right now. So I set up an account to basically like just sell some of my old clothes. I think in the last vlog I like literally sorted through my whole wardrobe, and I had a couple things that like I didn't just want to donate. Like I had some like Levi jeans and like some bits from Urban Outfitters that were like completely fine, and I hadn't used Vinted before, so I thought I'll just list them. However, I have become addicted to buying things on Vinted, which I feel like is not as bad because it's secondhand, and like I actually do need some more like winter basics. Like I need some like long sleeves. I realised that all of mine were getting very old and a bit ratty, but I had a few things delivered today. There's definitely still quite a few more to come, but I thought I'd show you because I think that they're quite nice pieces. So both of these were Urban Outfitters, and I don't even know how I didn't realise it, but they were actually both from the same seller. So I was only expecting one of these things to come and then both turned up. So literally can't complain, happy days. So the first one is this little skirt, so it's like all over green lace with like a black lining, and I really didn't think this was gonna fit, but it does. It is stretchy, but it is a small, and I was not convinced that this was gonna go over my hips, but it literally fits me perfectly. So yeah, this was the first one. I think I literally paid like £3 or £3.50 for this, which for Urban Outfitters is like a joke. The other thing I bought, which I probably won't be able to show you very well, is I bought like a full length like maxi dress. It's like kind of mesh, but it's got an underlayer, like, which is like a mini dress, and then this is like a full length, and it's got this like all over butterfly print, but I just really liked the like color scheme of this, and yeah, I just thought it'd be really cute. And like, I know these aren't technically winter clothes, but I thought we could layer, and I have actually got some long sleeves on the way. The other thing I did when I was sorting through my clothes, so I had like keep pile, donate pile, or like donate, sell, like basically get rid. I had like, I always have a maybe because you got to try things on, and then I had a pile that was to alter, and then if it didn't fit me right when I'd altered it, then we would donate it. But it's actually worked out pretty well. Yeah, so I had a couple pairs of trousers, and I had taken them up before, but then like obviously after you wash trousers and jeans many times, they will like sort of shrink up a little bit, and none of them were like too short on me, like I'm only 5'2", but they were too close to my ankle. I like trousers literally sitting on the floor if possible, so I took back down a pair of my work trousers, and then I had these trousers which I literally bought from H&M, like I don't even know, like honestly years and years and years ago, like maybe 5-6 years ago, and I hadn't worn them in ages, partially because there was a hole that I had neglected to fix, and also I took them down a little bit, but they also had like an elasticated waist in the back, if I can find the back. So yeah, like this whole back panel had a piece of elastic, but the waist measurement when they were fully stretched is actually my waist measurement. But I found that the elastic in them was like, I don't know if you know what I mean when I say it had like really stiff elastic, like the elastic that's really tight even when it's stretched. And I just found that after a while of wearing them, I'd get really uncomfortable, so I wouldn't wear them. So I literally took out the elastic, took them down, and then fixed the hole. And yeah, I've just tried these on this evening, and yep, literally perfect. So I feel like I've gained a new pair of trousers even though I already own them. And then the same with these jeans. I literally bought these jeans, like I'm not even gonna lie to you, these are Primark. But I bought them I think like maybe last year. They're just like kind of cargo jeans, but I bought them for when I was working for my last job because I could just wear like what I wanted, but because it was like retail based, like retail shops are quite dirty, so I just bought like kind of cheaper clothes. I wasn't too worried if like I was putting them through the wash multiple times and they were getting a bit knackered, but it was the same thing. Like you can see where they were at before. I just took them down as much as possible, like they are literally to the very end. I thought I had left more excess in them, but I hadn't. But I've tried them on and they're fine. And these jeans, like, yeah, they are Primark, but I struggle so hard finding jeans that fit me because I'm short, but I'm not like really skinny, so like smaller sizes fit me like this way but not this way, and then bigger sizes like just give me genus. So these literally fit me perfectly on the waist, and I just wasn't prepared to give that up. And like these have not had that much wear because obviously I moved jobs and now I wear a uniform, and because they were too short, I just literally, they're not even too short, I keep saying that, too short for my preference is what I should say, just because I like things ridiculously long on me. But yeah, so again, I'm glad to have sorted these out. So I literally feel like I've gained more pieces of clothing, and I have literally got a whole another drawer of things that I've put aside specifically to alter. So yeah, hopefully I can like kind of share them as I work my way through them, because they're all things that I like and the alterations are not that difficult. I don't even know why I put off doing them, but I'll probably sell some more stuff on Vinted anyway if I can. But yeah, that's my little that's been my thing this week. I've just been like addicted to scrolling through Vinted, and I've obviously been on it too much because my like recommended for you is becoming like a little bit too spot on. But anyway, I am going to sit and knit on this guy. Hopefully we can make some good progress, but honestly I wouldn't even count on it because even though I'm knitting for hours and hours, it just doesn't seem to be getting any longer. And I think as well it's because like I've been giving myself a pretty strict, like, I don't want to say bedtime, but pretty much bedtime. I'm like really bad at waking up for work in the mornings, so I have actually been stopping knitting at like 9:30, 10. So the hours that I'm missing, I think, have contributed to me not getting through this as quickly. But yeah, hopefully I can update pretty soon and let you know how everything's going. Good morning guys, it's Friday morning. So I probably look as meh as I feel today. I came on my period last night and it's just like, it's so cold, and I've been out this morning, I've like sent off my Vinted things and like picked some bits up. But this weekend is the weekend that I've sort of given myself like a mental deadline of like, whatever's not sewn this weekend, like we're just gonna list it anyway, in terms of products that I want to sell. So like, just to recap, all of the needle cases, crochet hook cases are done, all of the makeup pouches bar one. I need to remake one little one, but that's not the end of the world. And then yeah, so today I really want to focus on like the tote bags and the drawstring bags, and then yeah, if we can get on to maybe make any scrap like pin cushions or anything, then that would be like ideal. I do need to tidy up like just a little bit. It's not too bad in here, but like I've got clothes out that I've been like selling on Vinted, and like just random stuff. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I ordered a load of crap off of Temu. I get a lot of my like nail stuff on Temu, like a lot of the little like charms and stuff. So this is a set I've got on at the minute, although I did chip this one. Oh, it's not gonna focus. Okay, yeah, my hands are so dry as well because it's like so cold now. But yeah, so I need to put all of that away. I also keep forgetting that I have the stitch markers. I've literally just remembered because I bought some bits for that. So yeah, that is going to be the aim of the game this weekend, is like take product photos, continue sewing as much as possible, and then yeah, but I do have some plans. I'm going to see Wicked on Sunday with my nan, and tomorrow I think I'm going to go over and see my boyfriend. So it's going to be a case of just getting as much done as possible. And yeah, like I said, I also do want to try and get as many product photos as possible, because in the work week I see no sunlight hours at home now. Like I leave for work when the sun is coming up, and then I mean the sun sets at like 4:30 now, and I don't even finish work until 5:30, and then yeah, so that's not an option. So if the photos aren't taken now, then we've got to wait a whole nother week, which is fine. But considering all of the cases are actually done, or the pouches I should say, like the toiletry bag things, I might even start off with doing that this morning, because there is like actual sunlight coming in, which is not usual for this time of year. But anyway, I thought I could quickly show you where I'm at with this bad boy, because this is also another priority this weekend. What I'll probably do is like I did last weekend and I think the weekend before, is I'm going to try and sew through the day today and then work on this evening, because my boyfriend's going to see Fontaine tonight anyway. So yeah, this is where I'm at. I literally have got to finish off this sleeve. I'm trying to think where this will be level. Oh my god, I just got so nervous that I'd like done the stripes wrong, but I just was holding it in a weird way. Okay, yeah, so this is where I'm at. I think this is doable. I then need to also figure out how I'm going to finish off all of the... In fact, shall I put this on? Because I don't think I've shown you this in a while. Okay, so the thing is like, this is really not built to go over this top, but it is absolutely freezing, so I'm not taking it off. Just trying to sort of pull this side so it's a bit tighter. But okay, yeah, so this is sort of what she's looking like. She's just literally going to be like a little sleeves bolero thing. So this one is done. I am anticipating it might just grow like a little bit. when it's blocked. And then yeah, it's like got a pretty extreme crop in the back. I think this will just look really cute with like a nice little like vest top, just as like a like layering thing. And I have some coats that, I don't know, I don't like to have like a jumper on underneath. I like to have like a top, but if it's cold then I can like put this on and you won't even see it. So yeah, I need to figure out how I'm going to finish like around the neckline and around the front. I'm thinking, I'm like tossing up between a double knit or a I-cord. I've never actually done an I-cord before, but the thing is, so this is in 3mm needles, and I like, with double knit I've really done, I have to go down to like a 2 or a 2.5 because I just feel like that is so small. And also like, because it's 2x2 rib, I feel like if I do it into every stitch, then it's gonna make it like spread out really weirdly. I'm not sure. I'm like almost considering blocking it and then doing it, but I don't know. Then the other issue I've got is under the arms here. I don't know what I was doing. Okay, so we've got like one singular one singular stripe of this like the greige, I guess. But I need to like sort of have something coming down here so that this doesn't stick out as like, what's the word, like I don't know, just as sticky outy as it currently like is. So what I'm thinking is that some sort of band will like pull this bit down, and then we can make it look a bit more of like a smoother transition, so it kind of look more like just like that. But yeah, and then when I block it, what I'm also going to try and do is like just pull these like forward a little bit. But what I have found actually is that like when I just had the one sleeve, like this side was like bunching really weirdly, and I was thinking like, oh my god, this isn't gonna work out. But now that I'm doing the other side, I feel like it's stretching evenly. So like you can kind of see it just a little bit here. But again, I think that a band, like an edging band, and then some sort of blocking situation will make this whole thing better. But oh my god, the sun's just like completely disappeared. I don't know if that's going to show up on camera. But yeah, I really love the colour scheme. See, this is the issue with relying on the sun. I really like the colour scheme of this, and the yarn's super nice, it's super soft. And yeah, I will show you if I make any progress, and I'll show you what we're sewing as well. So it's like 3 o'clock now, and yeah, earlier it was actually sunny for a bit, so I did actually take some product photos. So far everything that's made has had photos taken of it, which I am so pleased and like relieved that it's done, including the stitch markers, because I had been like really putting that off. And I've just been cutting fabric for the lining of the tote bags. So there's gonna be like the blue corduroy which matches the pouches, yeah, and it's got the green gingham lining, so that was fine. And then also I got some more of this pink, which obviously is going to match the pouches as well, and this has got just like a plain lining. But the third bag that I'm doing is in this like black denim, which it's got there's going to be cases in this, but I didn't have enough of pouches, cases and a tote. So I was struggling with what to line this on, because like with the fat quarters that I've got, I don't have enough of any of them to do a full bag. So I've just been to Hobbycraft. I thought I'd give you a little haul. Now obviously the whole aim of me doing this was to use up stash fabrics, but I feel like it's fine. I haven't bought much. Like I bought, obviously I've had to buy all the zips, I had to buy all the interfacing, I had to buy the labels, and I think some of the fat quarters were relatively new, but generally speaking I have generally used a lot of stash fabrics, which was the aim of the game. So I don't feel like too guilty that I bought this one like lining fabric. So this is the fabric that's going to go on the inside of this. So I just think it's really nice, and I feel like the color scheme is very similar to some of the like pouches and stuff. I think they're all part of the same like range of fabrics, so yeah, I thought that this would be really cute. I got 1.5 meters because I wasn't exactly sure, but my thought is if I have stuff left over, then I can make like the drawstring bags with this. However, when I went into Hobbycraft, they're also doing their Black Friday deals, so unfortunately I have come home with more than I anticipated. So if you don't know, normally in Hobbycraft, be great if I wasn't like throwing things on the floor. Normally in Hobbycraft, packs of fat quarters are £9, or they're like 3 for something, maybe like 3 for 21. I can't even remember now. However, when I went in there today, they're doing all their fat quarters for a £5, like all the packs. And these ones I hadn't seen before, but I think they're really, really pretty. So I got 2 of these and 2 of these, like 2 of each of the same, because what I learned from this time round was it gets a little bit difficult when you want to make bigger things. Like, say like the biggest size pouch that I'm doing, literally right here, it's like this size, it was getting really difficult to like make out of fat quarters depending on what way the pattern was going. And so I just didn't feel like I could use up as much of the fabric, or slash like I could for little items but not for bigger ones. So yeah, these ones are just these like, well, they're both florals I guess, but these just like really pretty, like they kind of look quite vintage, like they kind of look quite similar and like quite a similar color scheme to the ones I've already been doing for this drop. And then these ones as well, which are just kind of different, but I don't know, I just think that they're really nice, and I'm not going to make anything with them for this drop, but even for myself I think these are really pretty, and I'm sure I'll use them at some point. So I just thought, you know what, it's Black Friday and I'm feeling sorry for myself because I started my period and I've been having really bad cramps, so a little bit of like, what's the word, like retail therapy. But yeah, I need to pre-shrink this. I'm not going to put it in the wash, I'm just going to steam iron it, which means I need to go through the hassle of getting the iron and everything out downstairs. And I also do need to press a little bit of the totes. So yeah, I do need to press some of the pattern pieces a little bit. I need to press these inwards, and then I need to also press like for the lining where the slots are at the back, the tops of the pieces are folded over, and this middle section as well needs to be folded over. So yeah, that is the aim of the game. We're gonna start pressing so that I can start sewing. I also ordered like 25 8-inch zips so that I can make some of the flat pouches this weekend. Yeah, they're actually smaller measurement than that, but I just thought I can cut them down to like whatever length I want really. And yeah, I'll let you know how this goes. Okay, so I just wanted to show off my new mug. I got this from Oliver Bonus. I had never been in one of them before, but it has like changed my life and it's so cute. I'm gonna make myself a hot drink because it's literally freezing, and then I'm gonna get the iron out. I don't even know if you can see from where I've got you propped, but my room is an absolute tip. I didn't even realise it's like 11:15 at night, so I need to stop sewing. But today is Saturday. I spent the day today with my boyfriend, but I have made some more sewn bits, so I thought I'd quickly show you and then I'll give you like the proper rundown tomorrow. So I've just finished up making up all of these like flat pouches. So basically the dimensions of these are designed so that you can slot them inside the needle hook and crochet hook cases if you want like an extra pocket, or like of course you can just use these separately. So yeah, this is going to be like the small size, and then there's also going to be a size that's a bit bigger which I need to sew up tomorrow. But yeah, I am happy with how these come out. I actually kind of love these like fluffy ones, and they've all got this little like FBB on the side. But yeah, like I said, I'll get into that probably tomorrow. And then I'm gonna stand up actually. And then I also made up all of the tote bags. I say all of the tote bags. I'm only launching 3 to begin with because I don't know how they're going to go, and these are going to be the most expensive things. And also everything's covered in thread, so just ignore. But these are like what the tote bags look like size wise. So they have the pockets, they have the little like FBB on the side, and then so this one's black denim with like a floral lining. And then yeah, all the like different pockets and stuff. And then there's the blue corduroy, which again just has the little tag. And then the green gingham on the inside. And then the third one is just this like pink and purple like tartan one. And yeah, I think that the little woven tags look really nice. So like the tote bags have the woven tags, and then hang on, let me show you. These are like cotton because these are printed and obviously these are woven. My thought process was like obviously a tote bag's like outerwear, and if they got rained on I feel like this would be a bit more heavy duty. But yeah, I'll probably show you tomorrow because I need to actually clear my bed off so that I can go to sleep. But tomorrow I am actually taking my nan to go see Wicked, so we're just going to see what we can get done. It's now Sunday and I normally finish these off like Sunday afternoons, but I'm gonna wrap up here because I'm taking my nan to the cinema, so I need to get the video edited to put it up today. I normally like have things filmed in advance, but the videos have just sort of caught up on me, and I'm really sorry if you can hear the wind because this is actually a live fireplace, so yeah, I feel like you're gonna hear that. But I thought before we wrapped up I could just quickly show you like all of the different things that I've been working on over the course of this vlog, and then sort of what the next one's going to entail. And also this is the cardigan that I knitted with the yarn that Onling sent me earlier this year. I haven't actually worn this out yet because I'm so scared to get it dirty because of the colour, but yeah, I think it's cute. So okay, let's start with the knitwear. So this I don't think I've made much progress on since I last updated, honestly. My plan is I'm going to knit on this before I go to bed tonight, but I'd have liked to have been further along with this, but shit happens. Yeah, I've touched on this enough this video. Then yesterday, so me and my boyfriend were just having a bit of like a chill, like lazy day. We were just like watching some films and stuff, so I was making some more progress on his Christmas jumper because I feel like I have been neglecting it a little bit. That's also kind of why I gave myself the deadline for the shop products, because I know myself and I'm such like a perfectionist in the way that like nothing's ever finished. Like I could make more, I could do more, and I feel like putting a deadline on it has just helped me make it a bit more concise. So I know that like after this weekend we're knitting for the week. I'm not doing any more sewing projects. But yeah, so this is how far I am with his jumper. I think I've literally got about an inch left in the 2x2, and then it's just going to be the bottom hem, which I'm really glad about. He tried this on for me yesterday, and yeah, we're not far off. I'm anticipating that it might grow a little bit, but I don't want to rely on that. And then it'll be onto the sleeves, so happy days. But yeah, I think just having 2 projects in 2x2 rib has just been really taking it out of me, and because this is on 4mm and that's on 3, so they're not exactly like the quickest of knits, and obviously this is much bigger than anything I've ever like knit for myself, but I think it's coming out quite nice. This is the Let Lopi yarn, if you were wondering. So then yeah, last night I showed you I was just sewing up all these little pouches. They've all got the little tags, and some of these correspond with other products, and then some of them are like, this is the lining that I used for like the pink, and then there's some that are just like new prints. So yeah, sewed all of these. Then obviously we have the totes, so I still need to go through and like cut all the threads off of everything, but that's a job that I do after I finish sewing everything. So yeah, I think I did show you these last night, but this is what they look like. And then so my plan for today, around obviously, oh god, I'm dropping zips, obviously working around the fact that I'm going to the cinema, I have basically cut everything else out. So these are going to be the bigger versions of these. So a lot of them have a corresponding big and little one, but some of them are going to be a little bit different. So I don't think these will take me too long because the little ones didn't. And then, so this bag that I've been keeping my boyfriend's jumper in, I actually made, this was like a trial run for the drawstring bags. This is with like the old, like the woven labels. So I have basically cut and half finished sewing all of the drawstring bags. So again, there's going to be 2 sizes. So there's going to be like the small ones, and like this is folded over because it's going to fold inwards, and then that's what makes the drawstring tube. So if you can imagine, this is like a little drawstring bag. So yeah, these are the small ones. These are perfect for like accessories, so things with a couple balls of yarn, smaller projects, socks. I think this is like ideal. And then there's going to be a big size, which is the same as the one that I've been using, which are going to be like this. So yeah, the small ones are like half the size of the big ones, so these are perfect for like if you've got like a sweater quantity or like a bigger project. Obviously then yeah, these would just be drawstring. And yeah, so all I've got to do on these is I have to overlock the seams, fold down the tube, put in buttonholes and thread the strings, and then obviously make the little pouches, and then anything after that will be a bonus. So yeah, I'm gonna wrap up the video here. Thank you so much if you made it to the end. As always, I don't actually expect that many people do, but yeah, that's everything that we got done in the last 2 weeks. So like I said, the next video I'm literally gonna start in a minute, or the next vlog anyway. Today is, what is today, like the 20, I don't even know, the 20 something of November. I think it's maybe the 24th. Anyway, okay, so today is basically the last day that I'm really probably going to work on the shop stuff. I took photos of everything else, so I'm hoping next weekend, touch wood, if everything goes to plan, will be the launch of the shop. So literally the very end of November. It will be up on my Etsy. If you want like updates and specific times and stuff that things are going to be launched, definitely check over to my Instagram, because that's where I update everything. And yeah, hopefully you want to like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.